we did have a governance crisis. That's what we call state capture. And that is being investigated at the moment through the Commission of Inquiry chaired by the Deputy Chief Justice Zondo. The present administration has been in office for about 13 to 14 months, or less actually. That's all we've had after the state capture period. During this time, we've got economic confidence going in this country. During this time, the President has convened various constituencies to look at the jobs environment, which is a serious problem in South Africa. Secondly, inviting investors into this country and creating the right climate for them, removing obstacles or uncertainties that would be traditionally discouraging investors to come into the country. So we had an investment conference last year when both South Africans and others committed a very substantial amount of money. There's another initiative from the private sector in South Africa called the Private Sector Growth Initiative. I attended one of those meetings, so there were 80 chief executives of companies in South Africa who, after a few months of work with the government minister and government generally, came up with a plan to invest something like 800 billion rands, or in 80 sectors of the economy. So these are all South Africans who are coming forward to say, on the economic side, we need to get things right. Secondly, in relation to corruption and the malfeasance that we've been talking about, the President has initiated the Zondo Commission. We've had part of the state capture damage was the damage to our institutions. So one thing the US does reasonably well is that its Justice Department works. In South Africa, we had a damaged prosecuting authority. We have a new head of prosecutions that has been appointed after a process was followed. Our revenue service was damaged as well. So some of the fiscal challenges that we face at this point in time are attributable to the economy, but they're also attributable to our ability to collect money. A new senior manager, after an inquiry, is going to be appointed by the Minister of Finance shortly there in order to start rebuilding the institution. Thirdly, we have what is called a special investigation unit that has special legislation to investigate malfeasance in our country. All sorts of forensic reports are now available, and they would be prosecutable where that is possible. The Minister of Police is attending to his investigating capabilities on his side as well. So in fact, you come to South Africa at a point in time where we're recovering democratic governance. We are re-establishing the strength and reliability and the resilience of our institutions. Notwithstanding the fact that some would like some of those institutions to remain as they were 2 or 3 years ago. And the current crisis is, and certainly one of the outcomes of the crises that we had in relation to state capture, but you've heard a number of explanations here which are partly historical, partly technical, as you saw in terms of the age of the power stations and so on. So this is not symptomatic. We can give you a more direct answer of a governance crisis. ISCOM, in an interesting way, is also one of the challenges that we face as South Africans, and we know that as government, as the board and management and the staff in ISCOM, we'll get it right in the next year or two. But it will take a bit of time.